Welcome to Talking Book. Today, we're diving into the fascinating ideas of Seth Godin about modern marketing. So glad you're here to explore this with us.
Absolutely, Sarabella. Seth Godin really reshapes how we think about marketing, doesn't he? He argues that marketers must tell authentic stories that resonate with the consumer's worldview. It's about believing in the stories, not just presenting the facts.
Yes, and it's intriguing how he says people buy what they want, not just what they need. It's more about satisfying desires and feelings. So, what do you think makes a story truly authentic in this context?
Well, authenticity is key. A great story is consistent and lived out, not just stated as facts. It's about building trust, which Godin says is the scarcest resource in marketing. Without trust, a story doesn't stick.
That's a great point. And trust is closely linked to our first impressions, right? Godin mentions those snap judgments are incredibly powerful.
Exactly. We defend our initial conclusions fiercely because they shape how we interact with the brand. So, having a story that aligns with our worldview makes us feel smart and validated. It's fascinating how stories tap into our deep-seated desires like safety and belonging.
Spot on. And it's not just about telling any story. It has to be remarkable enough to demand sharing. Otherwise, it's just another story in the noise.
Absolutely. It's about finding the right audience, too. Godin talks about targeting a narrow audience with specific worldviews rather than trying to appeal to everyone.
That makes sense. So, it's more about understanding and respecting the consumer's worldview. But here's something interesting. How do you think modern marketers can navigate this while avoiding ethical pitfalls?
That's a critical question. Godin warns against using marketing for harmful purposes. The ethical test he proposes is whether the customer will be glad they believe the story later. It's about creating a positive impact.
So true, and given the power of marketing, it's a heavy responsibility. It's not just about selling a product, but about telling a story that aligns with one's deeper values and beliefs.
Right, and that story needs to be something consumers can believe in. They're actively complicit in this process, believing and spreading stories they find personally compelling.
It's a partnership, then, between the marketer and the consumer. And when the story resonates, it transforms from a simple narrative into a shared belief system.
Indeed, and this is where personal interaction becomes crucial, cutting through filters to change deeply held beliefs.
It's amazing how storytelling in marketing can be more about the buying experience and the feelings it evokes than the product itself.
Yes, the story often becomes the product. Like how the sushi tastes better because of the story of the chef. It's about the overall experience and the narrative.
So true. And Godin's ideas challenge marketers to be storytellers, who don't just lie to fit in but live their stories authentically.
Exactly. That authenticity builds long-term relationships and trust, making the consumer and marketer mutual beneficiaries of the story.
Wow, what a journey through storytelling and marketing. Thanks for joining me today, Michael. Until next time, keep believing in the stories that matter.
Thank you, Sarabella. It's always a pleasure to explore these engaging topics with you. Bye for now and keep those stories coming.